I am Miss Johnson, and I thank you again for the privilege of meeting you. 62 years ago, you would be considered the fifth little girl.
Fifth little girl, a survivor of the 16th Street Baptist Church bombing.
Can you tell us, if anything, that you remember about that bombing?
Yes, ma'am. That's a day I will never forget. On that day we was gonna have a youth day program. All the young people was gonna be involved in the program. So I remember how my sister Jane and Addie and we walked to church that morning. We were so happy because we was gonna, be in the program. So I remember my sister Jane had a little purse, and we were just throwing it all the way to church, and we were just laughing, having a good time. So we had walked about a couple of miles to church that morning. So when we arrived, we went down into the basement to freshen up. So my sister Janie, she freshened up and she went on upstairs to her class. So Ed and I, we decided we'll just stay in the ladies' lounge since we was late. So while we was in the ladies' lounge, that's when Denise McNair, Cynthia Wesley, and Carole Rosamond, they came in and they spoke to us and went on to the other side to use the stall. So when they came out, Denise McNair was in front of the girl, and she walked to her. Eddie was sitting by the couch, by the window, and I was across from her at the sink. So she turned around and asked Eddie to tie the sash on her dress. And when Eddie did her hand like that to tie it, boom, the bomb went off. And all I could do was holler, Jesus, Addie, Addie, Addie. But she didn't answer. And they rushed me to the hospital. So when I arrived, somebody said that I had to lay on a cot because the eye doctor wasn't in. They operated on my eyes, and when I got to my room, my mother was in there waiting. So that's when she told me that all the girls in the ladies' lounge, they was killed, and I was the only survivor.
Do you feel that the world recognizes you as a survivor, given that history often only teaches us about the four girls that were killed?
Well, they don't. Here in Birmingham, I get more notice out of Birmingham, Alabama. The governor don't want to give me restitution for my injury. I would like to see her right or wrong, because it was wrong at that time for Governor Wallace and our police commission. They provoked a lot of the hate and all this segregation. Governor Wallace, he said that segregation, now segregation, tomorrow, and segregation to ever.
So I understand the state of Alabama, city of Birmingham, has never paid any restitution to
No,
you or your
not
family.
yet. Nothing, not a dime.
That's heartbreaking that nobody has done anything. So we know what this country was at that time, but if we haven't done anything today, then what does that say about us now? Research has told me that the Ku Klux Klan was responsible for the bombing, but was there ever anyone convicted for the bombing or charged or anything?
Yeah, Robert Chamberlain, he was convicted in 1977 of the bombing. And also Bobby Frank Cherry, he was convicted in the year 2001. And also Thomas Blanton, they were put in jail. But it took them really 39 years for them to really come to court.
Do you believe that justice is served?
Uh, it have been served, but I just hate it had to take so long.
At the age of 12, this happened to you. How did it impact your schooling? Were you able to continue going to school? How did it change your life after the surgeries and the bombing?
Well, it really changed my life because the thing, by me being at the age of 12, I didn't go out and play with the kids anymore. That part of my life, it was cut off.
That did you carry any anger or resentment today?
Not today, but I carried it in me for a long time after that because, I was angry about my sister being killed. And, and those other three girls, sweet girls, didn't do anybody any wrong. And they had to be killed in a bomb like that. They didn't deserve that.
What do you think people most misunderstand about your experience?
I really believe that don't really understand about the hatred that was here in Birmingham during that time. The young people at that time, we had to fight for the rights to vote. We had to fight for our civil rights. We had to march. We had to protest to get these laws changed. Cause we were living under Jim Crow law. Dog was put on us, and also the water pressure was put on us, billy sticks, and everything. So they got to understand. Don't take these rights that they have. Don't take it for granted.
You are a history changer, right? Because this happened to you, but you're still traveling all around the world sharing your story and your experience. Like I said, history mostly focuses on the four, but because of your work and because you're still here, you can tell us about the fifth girl, right? The fifth little girl and the survivor.
God bless you all.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
There are heroes